and going to make myself some tea and some breakfast, even though it's like 11 o'clock. But I just really wanted to hop on here and let you guys know how I'm doing mentally and physically and emotionally, as well as just in general. I'm doing good. I've got a routine happening, and that has made a huge difference. Just getting up in the morning, whatever time. It's called the Fly Lady. I'm not sure if you guys have heard of it before, but it's really helped me. It's got me back into the rhythm of being at home and taking care of my home, because I used to have a house cleaner when I was working, so it was a lot easier for me at that time because I had help. And now I have to do it all on my own, which is totally fine. I actually like doing housework, but now I am starting to get into more of a habit. I have started the Fly Lady, which has been going so well. I'm really amazed what I can do in 15 minutes, and that's been really helpful too. Just if I can just do 15 minutes, and sometimes that's all I can do. And I've been able to have grace on myself and not put too much pressure and just take my time with these things. If I can't clean it because it's too cluttered, well, then I take 15 minutes and just declutter if I can. If I'm too overwhelmed by it, I leave it till the next day. So it's been really a nice thing. But the getting up and getting ready in the morning has been a life changer. I feel so much better. I'm all dressed up, in my clothes, and I'm happier. I've got my hair done. I've got a little bit of makeup, not too much, just enough for the day. I am wearing white jeans, and I was a little worried about that because I like wearing white a lot. I was like, well, if I'm house cleaning and cooking, my hair's down, and I can't cook with my hair down, just all these things, right? So I was just like, I can't get dressed, I give myself excuses, and I'm like, I have an apron. That is what they're for, and I need to use it when I'm in the house. Plus they look cute. Regardless of the matter, this is a really good, important tip for anyone else that's struggling a little bit, especially with everything in our world. It's just important to have those routines, even if they're little ones. And some of them I can't do, and that's okay. I am adapting it to what I can do at this moment. The other thing about that is reading and art. I wanted to intertwine this new routine into art, so in the afternoons, that's what I'm going to be doing, is trying to get some more art done. But reading, through this new routine, I've been reading more. It's very tempting for me just to go and spend time not thinking and just going through whatever videos or whatever I want to do. But I've been putting time aside every night to read, and I am not joking. It has been so good, and I miss it so much. And I used to have time when the kids were off to school, and this is when I was doing BookTube a few years ago now.
Wow, I know, it's like one of the original Christian booktubers, and I just fell off the face of the planet,
But I remember I used to have time, and I would do my house chores and have audiobooks going, and I used to be able to multitask so much better than I can now. And part of that, it might be age, but part of it is what I went through. Now getting those simple routines back in order is the best way to combat this. So I'm so happy, because then that gives me more reading and more art for everyone else. Speaking of art, quick thing. I just wanted to ask you guys, I put a little post out regarding maybe me doing an auction. It's really heavy on my heart. I really want to do this. I'm having a little bit of imposter syndrome, not gonna lie, because I do want to do something. And this auction will go, the proceeds will go to a city actually that is dear to my heart. It doesn't get funding like typical governments would and cities would, or municipalities, I should say. So I really want to support them. We had, I don't know if you guys are aware, but we had huge flooding that did a lot of damage to our local areas in the Fraser Valley and Vancouver area. all of BC really has had some major effects by it. But this one in particular place, they don't get funding, and you know, it's going to be coming out of the emergency fund, and it just really, I want to support as much as possible this municipality. But I can't do that alone. And I have these art pieces that haven't been on my website yet. There's 3 pieces I'm thinking about, 2 for sure are going to go into this auction. But I just really wanted to know, please let me know if you're interested at all in the comments below, or share this video. I don't have Instagram anymore, so I'd like to just conjure up some, you know, word of mouth and see if somebody's interested. If there are, I'll do a live YouTube channel auction for those pieces so that the proceeds could go to this small municipality. And I will let you know more about it. I have some footage that I took about the area and the damages it was caused, and just everything about that. But I haven't put it out yet because I am really just kind of nervous, and you know, I want it to do well. I don't want to like do an auction and it turn out to be not good and just hand over a few pennies. Mind you, anything would help, but still, I want it to be, my work to be recognized in that value, and then also that value being turned into something great for someone else, maybe even greater, much greater than the value of the paintings itself, so that it can help this municipality. So let me know in the comments below if you're interested, if you could see that happening. I will try to get some pictures in this, or at least a sneak peek of which one I think I have a really good photo of the one. It's been really dark and overcast, and so taking photos of paintings in the natural light is the best, but when it's dark and overcast, it's just not as good. So I don't have any one of this large painting, but maybe I will do a video of it, because then videos usually you get a better sense of depth and colors and just everything. I just wanted to let you know and encourage you guys to do routines. They're amazing. And yeah, that's it. I'm so excited getting ready for Christmas. I was just listening to Troy Black. I don't know if you guys know who he is, but I reviewed one of his books that he wrote, a children's book. Really cute story. So we knew each other from that initial encounter, and I've watched his ministry grow incredibly. And one of his things, he's such an encourager, and I feel God's presence every time he goes and puts one of his video contents out. And it's really interesting to see God moving through this ministry. And I'm listening to him, and it just dawned on me, part of this new routine that I'm doing, you know, I get stuck in this mental space, and I don't know if you're like me, but I listen to a lot of negative thoughts, and I've been really trying to, you know, cast down all vain imaginations against God in my mind, bringing them to captivity. And I've been trying to do this, just get that renewing of my mind. And one of the things that I notice that I do is that I don't want to get ready for the day, because I am like, well, nothing's gonna happen, you know. I wasn't expecting God to do anything. I wasn't expecting God to do anything, like for me to have someone come to the door or for something exciting to happen. And living in this lack of expectancy is kind of mundane and very, I don't know, it's just not productive, obviously. But it's more than that. There's like this sense of like giving up, or like God can't do something in the day that's worth getting up, getting dressed, and being your full self, being available, being ready for something. And that is one thing I'm going to take away, especially this week, is just having this expectancy that God can do all things. He can do so many things in one day. I could have someone come to my door that really desperately needs to hear the word of God in their life, or some sort of encouragement, or maybe I need to hear a phone call that's going to happen today, or one of the kids name me at the school, or something happens where I need to be ready and expect something, you know, expect my day to be good, expect my day to be full, expect my day to be full of wonder and happiness and excitement. And you know, some days I might just end up cleaning the house, and that's okay. But at least I'm ready for it. At least I'm putting the effort in and saying, God, thank you for this day. Thank you that I get to get ready for this day. Thank you that I'm available and ready for whatever's going to come my way. I give it to you, and I'm in full expectation that you will do something wonderful in this day. And so I'm kind of excited about that. And yeah, I mean, I got a lot more from Troy Black's ministry this morning, but I wanted to really reiterate that, the importance of a routine, and just, there's so many benefits, far greater than I'm saying right now. But I got in that rut of thinking, yeah, there's just no reason to get up. Yeah, there's just no reason to put my makeup on. It's just for me and my husband. And I really appreciate looking at myself with makeup on. I appreciate that. So why not do it for me? And why does it have to be for anybody else? It could just be for me and the Lord, and that is good enough. And it's expecting to have a great day for myself even, and that's okay. So I just want to encourage you, if you're really struggling, especially with being, you know, having to be quarantined sometimes, it's hard to set a routine and get up and think it's worth getting up and getting ready for the day, but it is. And I'm here to encourage you. If we get hair on my paintings, it's your fault. If we get hair on my paintings, it's all your fault. You're such a beautiful girl. Okay guys, like this is the painting. It's in our hallway. You can hear my laundry machine going. This is what I just did. This is the other painting. It is huge. Like massive, but I love the colors in it. It's so beautiful, and I love the waves, and I think that's really perfect for the auction, having the waves in this one. There's another smaller version of this with the darker tones, more like dusk as opposed to the morning light coming in and the sunrise. I have this painting here that is the other small one I'm considering to have in the auction. The other one is actually on display right now at a building. and has about 5 pieces in my work. You can see the video of that going up here or here. I can't remember which side it is. I get to have a bit of time to myself. I found one of the kids' Santa hats. So I decided to put it on for some festivities. So I'm gonna pop these glasses on. I'm gonna have my cup of tea. What I have right here. I love myself a cup of tea. My father gave this to me. He was a navigational pilot in the Canadian Army, and he actually flew fighter jets. The one at one of the airports in BC. You see it as you drive up to the airport. He actually flew that one, so he gave me this. It's a fighter one. It's my favorite cup, but it's pretty festive with the red, the gold, and the black. I'm gonna enjoy some time alone before the kids get home. I think I have about an hour. Finding this really cute. I like the reference to Pride and Prejudice. It's kind of interesting, that play on the 2 main characters here. At the end of this book, I want to actually make macarons, but I actually downloaded a recipe, and I think I want to try to attempt with you guys to make the cookies that are referenced in this book. I think it'd be kind of fun. I always love them. They're so good. You can get them at Costco in like multiple different kinds of flavors and colors, and they're really, really, really good. There's just a lot of them. Even for a family of 7, it's just a bit too much for us. So yeah, I'm enjoying this book so much, and cute little banter. I'm happy to see the plot start to progress now. I'm in page 114, and it's starting to get a little richer, get a little deeper, and we're seeing a bit more of the characters and kind of where the plot is going, which I'm really enjoying. I am really trying to dedicate some time reading it. I want to read it before my kids get out of school, which is Friday, and then after that they're home. So I may or may not have time to read it, but I might do some baking with them. So, and one of those would be this, especially for Christmas. I think they'll be so cute. Adorable. They're so nummy. Okay, you guys, I'm wrapping gifts. I'm in comfier clothes now, as you can obviously tell, and I don't have enough wrapping paper for this massive gift, and yeah, take a look. It's so bad. I had to like tape 2 whole rolls together to make one, and even still it just didn't even cover it. So I have this whole strip in here to cover it, and it's all taped up. It's so shabby, and then it doesn't even fully cover the edge, so it's gonna look like that. Oh man, I don't know. Are you guys like this? Like, really? Or am I the only one that doesn't know how to wrap things properly and doesn't have enough wrapping paper for big gifts? Oh man. Alright, so I'm all done wrapping up the presents that we have left to wrap. You can see one of my paintings in the background there. And I'm gonna eat some chips as a snack. I have them right here. It's Friday night. I'm done all that wrapping. As bad as it was. It was so bad. But thankfully, they're just gonna rip it open and it's not gonna matter, but yeah, it was terrible. The worst wrapping paper job I've ever done, and of course it has to be on camera. Of course, it is my life. But right now I'm gonna watch YouTube. I'm watching Sarah Weston right now. I was just watching The Curly Reader, and another girl that's new to me while I was wrapping my gifts. And yeah, so I'm gonna eat my chips, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna read. I'm now relaxing in my bed, and I've got The Key to Love. I'm on page 114, and I'm really liking it so far. Like I said earlier, the plot's starting to thicken, and I've noticed that it's getting even better. So I'm just gonna continue reading and see how far I can get. I am almost 50% finished this book, so I'm really proud of myself. I only had an hour to read earlier, and I think I did pretty well for that time frame. It went so fast, actually. It went way faster than I was expecting. And then my little guy and his friend came home, and so I had to get them snacks, and then afternoon went so quickly. But I'm happy to have my relaxed time now, and I will see if I can check in a little bit when I'm finished. Yeah. I'm a little bit farther in, and one of the things that I'm kind of hoping a bit more for, and I feel is a bit lacking right now in this moment in the book, is Gerard, the main male character. He's supposed to be doing a story in the town story on this cute little bakery slash like Paris kind of shop that's really gone out of business, really. It's getting some hype here and there. But what I find is lacking is the fact that he hasn't done any investigation, really. We haven't seen him interviewing anybody, really. We haven't seen him being proactive in his story. I haven't seen him doing any work, really. Because he's usually traveling the world and doing other sort of journalist activities, but I would assume by now he would be digging and asking hard questions, and see him actually in his job and doing his duty. As reluctant as he is, he's still a journalist. He's just kind of hanging around getting free coffee and meeting places and kind of rubbing elbows with people, but not really doing his job in the sense of like his job, if you know what I mean. So yeah. Have you guys read this book? I would love to hear your thoughts on it. You should write them in the comments below. I would love to chat with you guys. You guys know I like to talk and chat and always have good conversations with you guys in the comments. So definitely please do that. I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing your take on things, and it's super exciting. I'm gonna go back to reading and try to give you guys updates as I think of them. Okay, here's another issue that I'm having with this journalist concept. So all these newspaper people and radio are getting involved in trying to save, well, in trying to get a story, it seems, about whether on both sides of a lawyer and Bree and the shop that she's trying to save, that Gerard is supposed to be featuring in a magazine. Now, the news just shows up, and he just walks in casually like, oh, there they are, he's on neutral ground, he's Switzerland kind of thing. But here's the thing. If you're a journalist and you're trying to get you're trying to get the scoop on something, and you're featuring this place in an article on your magazine, you kind of want it to be the first out there. You don't want the newspapers, the radio, to get the first angle. And so I'm kind of confused at why Gerard's there, like what he's doing, like what, like I don't know. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But like, I would really be, I'm annoyed with him for not like wanting to like take action and be like, hey, what are you doing with these newspapers? Like, I'm supposed to be like, you know, featuring you. I need to get the first scoop. I need to be interviewing these people to get both sides. I need to be doing...
Like, why isn't he doing these things? It's kind of bugging me right now.
The other thing that's kind of bugging me, and it's just a little bit, but like, it is bugging me, is that he keeps calling her Cupcake. I don't mind nicknames, obviously, it's totally fine. But, when you don't know the person and you kind of aren't getting along with them, you know, to call them nicknames is kind of weird. It's almost like you're mocking them, like you're almost trying to, and then, so if that is the case with him and he's trying to like mock her, but secretly he has these feelings for her, obviously, but like he's trying to mock her in some sort of way, it kind of bothers me. Like, she hasn't said to him, Bree hasn't said to him, hey, can you stop that? I don't like it. So now she's said, hey, can you stop that? I don't like it. And then he continued doing it. That's actually a form of bullying, which I don't agree with, obviously. But I don't know, he just keeps saying it over and over and again, you know? And then like, she hasn't had a rebuttal for it. Like, sometimes if someone like called you a name, a nickname, almost like mocking you or, you know, whatever. Like, I had a nickname growing up. It was something I enjoyed, and it was something that was clearly fine. Like, it was fine. So, and I didn't mind it, and it had nothing to do with really who I was as a person, you know, or what I did. You know, I'm a small person. I'm super short. Actually, funny story, when I met my booktuber friend for the first time, the only person I've ever met on BookTube, she's passed away and she's with the Lord now, but you guys know her. We did a tribute to her. You guys are amazing to join us with that. But she, when I first met her, I walked around the corner. She's like, whoa, you're way shorter than I thought you were. It was hilarious. My nickname was Shorty, and it was super fun. And back then it was like all, you know, rap and stuff. So Shorty was like actually a cool name. Like, oh, Shorty, you know, like it was actually a cool name. And I loved it. This nickname is seriously bugging me. It is. I don't know why. It's like annoying me. Now, she like I said, rebutted and said, hey, and made up some sort of nickname for him. Then I would be like, hey, that's, you know, it's fine because she's like tit for tat, sort of, you know, whatever. But it's not like that at all. So we'll see. Right now, I like him, but I don't. And then now I'm kind of annoyed with him that he's not doing his job. Like, I'm hoping that I feel better about this guy soon, because I'm kind of like over 100 pages in now, and I'm just like wanting to get hooked more, and I'm feeling a bit like just not there yet. It needs to get there. All right, I'll let you know about the next update. I feel like he rescued himself in that situation, so we got past that a little bit. She's starting to bring up the nickname issue. So we'll see how that goes. And we finally, on page 130, get a real kind of genuine conversation between the two main characters. And I like this. It's a natural conversation between the two of them, as opposed to them being a little disconjointed and not really connecting. I don't want to say too much because, I mean, I don't want to spoil you guys. But we're just close to halfway mark. I mean, maybe not just close, but like, you know, I'm getting there. But I am getting tired and I'm getting like distracted quite easily right now. It's fatiguing. See, that's the thing, is reading fatigues me quite quickly now. And I get really distracted and I have a hard time pulling into the story as much as I normally would have previously. But I'm going to try to continue reading for a little bit longer and see how that goes. I'm going to take a peek outside soon because I think it's snowing. I was really, really hoping that it was going to be snowing during the, when we went for our drive through the lights. That was so pretty. They did such a great job. Oh, they do an amazing job. They just started it last year and so beautiful. All right, guys, I'm gonna go check to see if there's snow, and then I'm gonna try to read some more and see how much I can get done. Okay, last update here. So I'm really liking how the story is going now. I feel like the two main characters have finally connected and we're seeing some heart issues come up, and I feel a bit more of a connection to the two characters together. And I feel like Betsy's paired the two main characters as very strong characters, same as Pride and Prejudice, that came together, very opposite, polarizing in their opinions and polarizing in their experiences. But I think it's really cool how she's done that. I did peek outside and it is snowing, so we'll have snow in the morning. I'm so excited. We don't get very much snow on the west coast of BC. Very much at all. Like, sometimes we'll get snow, but like really it's not a whole ton. And it's usually wet and slushy, and by the next day it's gone, or it'll freeze and be freezing rain. So I'm very thankful. I'm hoping it's not going to be freezing rain. I hope you guys have a great night. Thanks for joining me and coming along with my day. Please subscribe and like this video. I always forget to say that. I don't know why. It's just not something I think about. So it doesn't come naturally for me to say that. But do subscribe and hit the like button. I will be putting out more videos on a regular basis. I haven't stuck to a schedule yet because I'm still working on my daily routines. It's all in progress. And yeah, so I really thank you guys for coming along with me. Have a good one. Bye. It snowed. And as you can see, it is slushy snow. Very wet. Yucky.
I am playing